What is cracking YouTube? This is Joshy J. Um, this is my second video. Today I'm going to be discussing approaching a piece mentally and the ways that I go about approaching an art piece, mentality wise, before I go in. As I believe, handling your mental state before going into a piece totally changes the whole game. Before I carry on, I just want to say that these thoughts are ways that I go into a piece, and it's based on my own thoughts, and I hope you guys can resonate with me. I've jotted down a couple of points that I want to cover in the video. Cool. Let's get started. Cool. Starting a piece is really hard. Starting an art piece is like super hard because often there's doubt. There's a fear that you're not going to do well. You're not going to produce good work. So the beginning phases are super hard because getting into the piece is the hardest part, because before you've even started, Adam Duff speaks about this. Before you've even started, it's almost like you've already run a marathon in your mind, based on how bad you're going to do before you've even started. Go check out his page, his videos. He does amazing talks on art. When one can understand how they are almost running a marathon before they've even started a piece, when they realize this, it becomes a conscious effort to not run that marathon before you've even started the piece. So when you start diving into that negative phase before you've even started this piece, it's like you need to realize, okay, I'm doing this, I'm going in, I consciously realize that I'm doing it, and I'm not going to let it overtake me. I'm not going to run this race. I'm not going to get tired before I've even started the piece. That's in the initial phases. Go in with a usually when I go into starting a piece, I go in almost with the expectation to fail, with the expectation that it's going to be difficult, it's going to be hard, but I go in with the expectation that the first few brushstrokes that I put down, the first few pencil marks, the first whatever, is probably going to need to be readjusted. It's probably going to need to be changed up. So when you go into a piece with the mentality that this is not set in stone, this brushstroke that I'm putting down now, these initial sketches, is not going to be the be-all and end-all of the piece. So just because this one brushstroke is wrong, doesn't mean the whole piece is wrong. It's a total process. Like going through the whole process of building a piece up from nothing is it's a process, and it's going to change. You can envision what the art piece is going to look like, but you can never know exactly all of it, in its pristine detail. So you almost have to be willing to throw yourself into the deep end and be willing to fail. That's how I approach a piece. I'm like, okay, I'm going to start this piece. I assume I'm going to fail, but I'm just going to go with it anyway, whichever direction it takes me. Start another point on that. Having that mentality towards starting a piece helps you with going out and just starting. Just literally, don't even think. Obviously, thinking about it a bit does definitely help. And technically, if you think about the technical side of it before you've gone in and executed, it definitely helps, especially with regard to composition, layout. Once you have those basic forms in your mind, you kind of have a direction, but ultimately the hardest part is starting and going out and straight away starting is a huge jump. And it's often, I find when I speak to a lot of my friends, they say that starting is the hardest part. And taking this into consideration, when I go in to start a piece, I often just go in like all in, like totally, like I send it straight into the piece, and then obviously I make changes later. But starting it is just start. Don't even think about how you're feeling towards it, and if it's based out of fear, then you should definitely start anyway. If the reason you don't want to start is based in fear, then that's all the more reason to face it, to face that fear, and to just go out and start. Also, another thing I want to speak about in approaching a piece is do artwork that gets you pumped. Like, don't do artwork that's for the sake of fitting into what the industry requires. And Marco Bucci speaks a lot about this in his starting out as a freelance video. Shout out to Marco Bucci, huge fan of his. So do what gets you pumped, like whatever it is, related to your life, and to the things that are really important to you. Also, speaking about the things that are important to you and who you are as a person in terms of style, go check out my other video. I go more into depth into style. Anyway, carrying on. Embrace the things that you would find important in your art, because ultimately when you do this, you start to believe in your own artwork. Huge revolution. Believe in your own artwork. That is a huge topic. I think a lot of my friends, even me as well, sometimes, definitely, I just don't believe in my own artwork. I'm like, oh man, this is like, I just don't believe in this. It's just not, I'm just doing it just to get the marks, doing it just to like pump into the portfolio. But that's not the way I would say, to approach an art piece. When the cliche goes, like, if you believe in your artwork, the audience is going to believe in it. But seriously, try it out for yourself. Go out and, okay, maybe don't force a piece, but embrace a piece totally. Like I'm talking like completely, like go all in and send it in the direction that feels best towards you, with the subject matter that feels best towards you. And you'll find you'll believe in it, and you'll find you'll be less pedantic almost, and you'll find that you'll believe in the piece a whole lot more, which is an amazing space to be in, because a lot of the industry, I've listened to a lot of talks, a lot of the industry wants you to make art for the industry, which is good when you are in a company. But in terms of building your self-confidence and your style as an artist, send it. Totally send it. Send it in your own direction that you believe is valuable to you as an artist. The next point I want to speak about is mistakes. Mistakes are a big thing, I believe, because mistakes they're gonna happen one way or another in life, and in our pieces, like we're gonna make loads of mistakes, and when we can see mistakes as literally just part of the process, we become comfortable with mistakes. Marco Bucci also speaks about this in his book that he wrote, so you guys should check it out. Totally amazing book on the psychology of art. He speaks about when you can see mistakes as your friends, you become like comfortable with them. And it's not that you accept mistakes, but it's just that you're like, okay, I'm comfortable around this, but you don't accept it, because next time you would change it. You would change it and you would learn from it. Because I mean, the only way you ever actually fail is if you fail to see the lesson behind whatever is going on. If you fail to see the lesson, you won't be able to change it in the future, because it's you've blinded yourself that failure has kind of controlled everything and there's nothing more. There's nothing more. But if you can see the lesson behind your so-called failure, constructed failure, you're able to improve on it. Also, the next point I want to cover, don't be sorry about who you are as a person. This kind of goes back to, this is linking life thoughts to do with art thoughts. Also, don't be sorry for how fast or how slow you're progressing as an artist. If you're progressing slowly, cool. That's who you built. If you're trying hard and you're progressing slowly, keep going, man. If you're progressing fast, keep going. Don't be sorry for what the things that you're interested in. Don't be sorry for the experiences that you've gone through in your life. Don't be sorry about these things. These are things that have happened to you and have shaped you into who you are as a unit, as a soul on this planet. And once you come to terms with that, you can be like, I'm not sorry for who I am. I'm not even sorry that I like this, and I'm not sorry that it's different to everyone else. I'm not sorry. And this gives you a sort of confidence and a belief in yourself. So when you have this mentality, you're able to approach a piece with so much more ease, so much more comfort in your mind, so much more peace. And I believe that when you have come to terms with these things, you'll be able to approach a piece a whole lot more genuinely. And I'm talking about genuinely to yourself, not genuinely to the rest of the world. That's what that's the emphasis here. Yeah, totally embrace these things that you geek out about. Embrace these weird things that totally obsess you, and bring it into your art. Bring it in there. That's what gives you a voice. That's what develops your style. Cool. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, these are some points that have been lingering in my mind for a while, and I had to let them out. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please subscribe, like, share it with your friends, do whatever. Yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video.